Have you ever followed a scent, a smell so familiar it felt like memory itself, and found yourself somewhere you didn't expect, as if your body remembered something your mind didn't, like how learning English through stories opens paths in your brain that textbooks can't because stories feel, and feelings stay. One of the best ways to learn English is through stories, because they let you connect the language to real emotion, real rhythm, and real people's experiences instead of cold rules and lists that disappear the moment you close the book. So if you want to remember English through moments, not just methods, like this video, leave a comment about your thoughts, and subscribe to SpeakReal, where every day we take you on a journey with words. It happened on a Tuesday in late spring when the air was heavy but soft and the streets buzzed with the normal noise of city life, and Armin had just finished a long shift at work and was walking home the same way he always did, headphones off, keys in hand, half aware of his steps and half lost in thought when suddenly, he smelled something that didn't belong there. It was old soap and warm wood, mixed with the scent of dust and dried flowers, something that didn't belong to the street he was walking on but belonged somewhere deep in his childhood where his grandmother's hallway always smelled like sun and tea and books stacked in forgotten corners. It hit him so hard he stopped walking and looked around because for a second he wasn't in the city anymore, he was in that hallway, with light coming through yellow curtains and the quiet sound of the wind under the door. But when he looked up, the street was still there, just louder now, just more distant somehow, and the smell was already fading, like it had come to deliver a message and now it was ready to go. But Armin followed it. He turned his head, then his body, and walked toward where the scent had come from, past the cafe he knew, past a wall covered in vines, and around a corner he'd never taken before even though he thought he knew every inch of that neighborhood. That's when he saw it. A narrow passage tucked between two tall buildings, just wide enough for one person, paved with uneven stone, and lined with plants that looked like they'd grown there without permission. He hesitated, pulled out his phone, and opened the map app, but nothing appeared. The passage didn't exist on the map. Not even as an unnamed street or footpath. Just two buildings touching. He stepped in anyway. The air changed as soon as he entered, cooler, quieter, like the sound of traffic had been swallowed and replaced with the soft rustling of leaves and something distant, maybe wind chimes or an old radio playing a song in another room. The passage led to a small courtyard surrounded by ivy-covered walls and a wooden bench under a fig tree whose branches stretched wide above him like arms that had been waiting. He sat. And for the first time in weeks, he felt completely calm, not just relaxed but seen, like the place had been waiting for him even before he smelled the scent. He closed his eyes, breathed in the air again, and didn't think about anything. When he opened his eyes and stood up to leave, he walked back through the passage, but when he turned around to look at it one last time, it was gone. Just gone. Not hidden, gone. The two buildings now touched, no space between them, no vines, no stones, just a smooth concrete wall where there had been something impossible just moments ago. He checked his phone again, still no trace of that path, still no record of him stepping off the sidewalk. But he didn't feel confused. He didn't feel scared. He felt lucky. Because maybe the alley wasn't for everyone. Maybe some places find you when they need to, and then leave quietly before anyone else sees them. And maybe the scent had led him not to a location, but to something inside himself that had been waiting to be remembered. In today's story, you learned natural expressions like, half lost in thought, the scent didn't belong, stepped in anyway, and, seen by the place. These are phrases native speakers use to describe emotional or mysterious experiences, and they help you express more than just facts in English. You also saw real uses of the past simple tense, emotional vocabulary, and narrative rhythm that gives your English more depth and personality when you speak or write. We upload new videos every single day with powerful stories that teach you English in real context and emotional situations, so if you found something in this story that stayed with you, hit the like button, leave a comment about a moment you've never forgotten, and subscribe to SpeakReal to keep growing through storytelling. See you in the next video. Tools.